Hey guys, this is Christine, your relationship and mindset master doctor, and your leverage for change. So, today, as you might recognize, I'm in a new location. I'm trying to kind of continue doing my YouTube videos. So, bear with me as I'm not sure how the audio is going to come through, but hopefully, you can hear me and that this will be something that's going to be beneficial for you. So, I want to speak about today. I want to speak about self-love because this is a question I get all the time about how exactly do you develop or cultivate self-love. So, in terms of self-love, we tend to think of self-love as being going out and doing your manicure, your pedicure, your getting a spa day, doing a spa day, or perhaps just basically taking care of your physical body, right? But what we don't recognize is that the way that we show that we don't love ourselves is the way that we allow others to treat us. So I'm going to go over, I think I have 4 ways today that I want to kind of bring to your attention as to how it is that we basically neglect ourselves and abandon ourselves really. And this is going to be specifically for the anxious and also the fearful avoidant attachment styles, because the dismissive avoidant attached person is really, they don't really have a lot of problems with self-love, or I should say it is different for them. So I'm going to focus more today on the anxious and the fearful, more so for the anxious. So today I want to speak about 4 ways that a lot of people will not recognize that they neglect themselves, and also really this is a path, this is a now the, in knowing this, you're going to use these ways that you neglect yourself as the path to cultivate self-love. And this has nothing to do with manicure or pedicure, having a spa day, or anything like that, guys. This is going to be different, so I hope that you learn something from this. So one of the ways that people do this most is by people pleasing. So when you people please, what you're saying to others is that you are more important than me, right? Because you're doing everything for that person. You're doing it for everybody else. You're doing what they want. You basically neglect yourself and you're people pleasing. Now, there's a reason why we do this, and the thing is that a lot of times we don't recognize that we're doing it, and you might not even want to accept that this is why you're doing it, but we basically want to come off as the good person. That's why we people please. That's why a lot of people please, even though they don't recognize that the reason they're doing it is because they want to come across to others, to everyone out there looking on at how you behave as someone that you're a good person, right? You're a good person because you're always helping others. But what you don't recognize is that you're doing all of this to your detriment, because then you become very unhappy, and then you sometimes can become very resentful because you put yourself out there. You're pleasing everybody else except yourself. This is a way that, especially as I said, the anxious, preoccupied individual abandon themselves when they people please. So that is one way, guys. When you're looking to work on loving yourself, you have to now work on this aspect of how it is. It's really it's one of from the core wounds of always feeling that you have to please others for them to love you, that kind of thing. So you have to now basically work on this people pleasing thing that you do, and recognize that you're abandoning yourself when you people please. And this is not self-love, because you recognize that when you people please and you become resentful, because you realize that you're the only one that's doing and pleasing others, whereas everybody's just taking, right? Well, you're giving. You're giving everything of yourself, and others are giving nothing of themselves. So you'll become very angry sometimes, but the sad thing is that you don't normally take out your anger or your resentment on the people who are actually doing these things to you, or you're doing these things for. what you normally do is take out your anger and your resentment on those closest to you. So your spouse, your children, maybe close family members. You take out those things on those people. So when you recognize that people pleasing is something, is a way of not loving yourself, right? And so you now want to work on self-love. You now have to recognize that you now have to stop allowing people. Stop trying to please everyone. Recognize that you also have needs, and there's nothing wrong with meeting your own needs as well, right? There's nothing wrong with it. I'm not saying to not help others or to do things for others, but when you do it to the extent that you basically you're doing it all the time, every time somebody asks you to do something, you're there. Even though it is causing you enormous emotional, physical, or whatever it is kind of pain that they're doing, but you're always there for everybody else, but nobody's there for you. You're going to get resentful. It's going to hurt you. It's going to cause all kind of physical illness, emotional illness, mental illness. And so, guys, the way to self-love is really by putting up boundaries. That's the next one. Putting up boundaries, right? Because when we do not put up boundaries, people will take it. There are individuals, guys. There are individuals who will go above and beyond to take advantage of you. So you have to have boundaries, but not only do you have to create these boundaries, you have to maintain them, because the minute that you put up a boundary where in the past you allowed people to basically just do what as they want, do come and go as they please and do what they please, ask you for what, do whatever it is, the moment you put up that boundary, you're going to have, they're going to push back. They're going to push back. I mean, if you consider that for years and years, maybe all your life, you've allowed people to do certain things, and then now all of a sudden you're saying, no, you can't do that anymore. What is going to happen is that they're going to push back, because people want what they want. That they don't care if it's at your expense or not, because there are people like that. And there are takers, and there are takers, and there are takers, and they will take no matter where you're at. And you have to be at the point where you can say, that's enough. I can do this much, or you can come this far, but no further. Right? So therefore you have to have boundaries. And that's why I said, guys, that the dismissive avoidant individual does not usually have a problem with boundaries. They set up that boundary right at the beginning of a relationship, and you can feel it. The next thing, guys, is someone who does not love themselves, and they're putting all of their love into others, right? Which is now to get back to work on self-love. Now you have to give those things that you're giving to others or that you're looking for in others back to yourself. All right, and so a lot of times we have needs. Someone with this problem, and I'm saying this is especially for the anxious preoccupied and the fearful avoidant attachment style, feel that they don't have to, they have needs, but they don't express it because they feel that if they express their needs, the other person is going to feel bad and, want to leave them because they don't, there's so many reasons. They just don't feel that they have the right to express your needs. And when you don't do that, you live with all your, meeting the needs of others, but your needs are not being met. And so when someone becomes or someone who is securely attached, guys, these individuals feel and have the innate knowledge that their needs, they'll meet the needs of others, but their needs are also to be met. It's an expectation, right? It's I do for you and you do for me. It should be reciprocated, not that I'm always doing and I'm always doing. But the fact is that the sad part is that the anxious preoccupied individual won't even express their needs because they don't feel that they are worthy to have their needs met. And to a certain extent as well, the fearful avoidant will do this as well, right? So you have to be very, very careful, guys. When you want to now work on loving yourself, you will now feel very comfortable expressing your needs to others, right? And also meeting their needs. It should be a reciprocated thing. It should be something that's mutually done for each other, not one person always doing for one person, right? But the sad thing is that the anxious, preoccupied individual will not even voice their needs. They won't even say it. They'll just keep it to themselves and meet the needs of others every single day. So of course, you can see how that you're working. There's this thing about you can't love someone when you don't even have that inside of you. They're always depleted. They're always depleted. And so if you're depleted, how can you love somebody else? Because you're always depleting yourself by giving, 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 but never receiving. The last one, guys, is just always kind of abandoning who you are, who you are as a person. Someone who never really focuses on who they are, because when they're with the partner, what they do, they have the tendency, and this also the anxious, preoccupied, have the tendency to almost somehow morph into who their partner is. So their partner is somebody who likes to hike, but they really didn't care for it too much. But now they're going out and they're hiking, right? Maybe they liked swimming, and their partner doesn't like swimming. So now they stop swimming and they're now hiking, right? So after a while, what happens is that, over years and years, and maybe even it doesn't have to even take years, this person totally morphs into every single. So say they've had 4 partners in their lives, right? Each time they are with a partner, they change to match, to love those things that partner does, the partner that they're with at the time. So after a while, they've come to a place where they don't even know who they are, what their true likes are, what their dreams are, what their goals are, what their needs are. And so they are just existing within a framework of everybody else's lives except their own. And so this is what happens. It's like they lose their identity. When you lose your identity into somebody else, you're this person's wife, you're this person's mom, you're this person, but you don't even know who you are. What do you love to do? What are the things that really, kind of make you happy? You lose that because you just focused on everybody else's happiness. And so you morph into that person, you morph into that, that personality, the personality of the other person, and you neglect your own needs and who you want and what you want to learn, and your passions and your dreams and your goals. And so after a while, you don't even know who you are. You look at yourself in the mirror and you say, who the hell am I? Who on earth am I? I no longer know who I was. I used to be this person, before you got into this mess. I used to be this person who used to laugh at everything. I was fun. I would go out and do whatever it might be. But now that this person is so, kind of doesn't like to go out, they don't do this, they do that. Now I'm this person that you're with, right? So when you do that, when you want to now work on self-love, this is another aspect that you can focus on and really now get back to know the things that you actually like by going out, meeting new people, making friendships with people who are, what I've done with some of my clients is I say, go out and try different things. Go out and try different things that you've never tried before. And most people just didn't try anything, which is kind of sad, right? But go out and see if you like the beach. See if you like to play some kind of a sport. See if you like to do this. See what kind of try different foods. See what you enjoy. To get to know who you really are, because a lot of individuals forgot. Sorry, guys. A lot of individuals forgot who they are, and so I give them exercises to do during the sessions that I see them at. So guys, I hope that you've learned something from this, and if you have, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'm outside because my allergies are acting more than normal. Sorry guys. So if you learned something, please like, share, and subscribe, but especially please like. I'm tearing up. Please like, because it does help me with my channel. It does help them to kind of show my videos to more people, to build my channel. So again, guys, this is Christine, your relationship and mindset master doctor, and your leverage for change. Take care and have a great day. Bye-bye.